Okay, escort, who do we have up first?
Ma'am, this is Mr. Duran, David.
Okay, so Mr. Duran, we talked a little bit about your case. I'm sure that you heard. I'm going to place you on a standard level supervision PR bond. What that means is that you don't have to pay any money to get out, but you do have to abide by some conditions. While you're out on bond, commit no new offenses, provide and maintain contact info, and report as instructed. Do you agree to do those things?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Ms. Martinez, questions?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Mr. Duran, where are you going to live when you get released?
Well, we're not giving you
And
all
this
of the
will be
information.
Mr. Renard Richard.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Renard is currently booked on continuous violence against the family. The bond is set in the amount of $5,000. Based off of his pretrial risk assessment, he is a level 3 risk. He's got a pending assault family that he's on PR bond for. Miss Martinez, tell us how he's been doing on PR and whether or not there were any special conditions.
Sorry, Judge. He's under intensive supervision, Judge.
Wow.
He was placed on this PR February 22nd of last year. He was to have no offensive contact with Miss Consuelo Garcia. Let me see about it. I didn't make a note about his compliance. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. He's been checking in, Judge. I see recent check-ins from. So there's a check-in from January 25th. He didn't check in the first week on the 2nd of January. For December, it was just one, and he's supposed to be checking in every 2 weeks. October was just one check-in. September was one. August, he checked in twice. He didn't. He only checked in once in July, so it's not consistent.
He checks in when he wants. Okay. Ms. Quevedo, whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Judge. Your Honor, this is Richard Renard. He is a U.S. citizen. He's lived in El Paso his entire life. He lives and right now he is a senior at UTEP. He is studying cybersecurity. Mr. Renard has a set of 6-year-old twins. He's self-employed, doing IT work, and then he's also a full-time student, of course. He also indicated that he wants to get a full-time job at Chick-fil-A. He was just offered that job. He suffers from anxiety and bipolar disorder, and he gets his mental health service.
Okay, I just gotta say, this guy has goals. I want to get a full-time job at Chick-fil-A. That's my goal in life. Oh my goodness.
This is from EHN. He also sees a psychiatrist from Fort Worth through telehealth. Mr. Renard has phone number 915-832-1073 that he can use to report. He is respectfully requesting a split bond with the lowest possible cash surety component, or a bond reduction, as he has no money to post. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Chevrier.
Judge, I have an affidavit here from the 4th of this month, and in which it's alleged that the complaining witness stated that they had just come back from the store. She said that he was in a bad mood when they got home. She says that he was having a bipolar episode, mood swings. He then proceeded to grab. So I guess the defendant began yelling at her and her children. Complaining witness then proceeded to grab her phone, call 911, asking for the CIT unit, which I think is like the mental health unit. Complaining witness advised as soon as she called for CIT, the defendant lost it, proceeded to grab the complaining witness from behind with both arms, began squeezing. Complaining witness advised she felt pain when she was squeezed. The struggle ensued. The defendant and complaining witness. During the struggle, the complaining witness proceeded to scratch the defendant on his left hand with her teeth, stating originally she did not bite down. Anyway, long story short, there's that little little bit of a scuffle. And then last year's incident, the allegation is that he threw a Subway sandwich at the back of her neck. And that was the assault last year. So I don't see any family violence history other than these two incidents. I guess I think if the court is inclined to do some type of PR, I think there should be no contact, because I think
It's the same complainant, right?
it is the same complainant.
The bond is 5,000. I don't think that that's an unreasonable bond for a continuous. What's going on with the other case? It was not filed, but is this now just going to be indicted instead?
The other case, yeah, at this point,
got multiple
At
cases.
this point, Judge, it's likely that. Well, I don't know. I mean, the Subway sandwich. I got to be honest with the court. That doesn't sound like something that my office is likely to go forward. What was that, Judge?
Because he's been supervised by PR. So if it's a case that is really not worth anybody's time, why have we had PR supervising him for a year?
That's fair. It just got to enter. It just got a control number just in the last couple weeks, Judge. I don't mind going in and decline it. If the court's wanting me to decline it, I don't mind going in and declining it.
I just would prefer to not supervise somebody for an entire year on a case that's, if you believe it to be nonsense. I'm gonna deny any reduction. Take a look at this. If you're not gonna go on continuous and you're gonna get rid of the other case, do something with it, so that it can get assigned to court.
Yes, Judge.
All right, sir, I'm going to deny any reduction based off of prior non-compliance, circumstances of the offense, and the future safety of the victim.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You know, Judge, I could be like the other prosecutors. I could just be like, well, this is a real serious case here. We're definitely gonna indict it for sure. 100%.
I mean, you've said that before too.
Oh,
So,
dang.
The Subway sandwich reminded me of a pajama drawstring AFV.
Yeah, when I read that, I was like, a Subway sandwich.
But
There's no way she actually felt pain from a Subway
year ago?
sandwich.
From a piece of shredded lettuce.
No, the baguette, the French baguette was really, it was rock hard. It had been drying out, and so it hurt. But
Allegedly. Good morning, sir. What is your name?
Allegedly.
Joseph Sarsosa.
Oh, actually, can we take care of the Spanish speaker first, escort? Mr. Portugal is here.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, it's Wilmer Zapata.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Wow, look at that
Good
hair.
morning, sir. Are you Mr. Wilmer Zapata?
Buenos días, señor. ¿Usted es Wilmer Zapata?
Yes.
All right, and Ms. Quevedo, I did want you to inquire as to what resources he has available to post the bond.
Thank you, Judge. I'm really sorry about that. Would you like me to ask him in English or can I? Mr. Zapata. Good morning. I'm Maya. I'm the attorney you spoke with this morning. Do you have money to post this bond?
Señor Zapata, buenos días. Yo soy la abogada con quien habló esta mañana. ¿Tiene dinero usted para fijar esta fianza?
Ahorita no completo todo el dinero.
Right now, I can't come up with the whole amount of the money.
How much can you pay?
¿Cuánto es lo que sí puede pagar?
Pues es que no tenía mucho ahorrado. Ahorita tenía como $3,000 ahorrado.
It's because I didn't have much saved up. I might have about $3,000 saved up.
Okay.
Do you have any expenses, Mr. Zapata, that you need that money for?
¿Y usted tiene algunos gastos, señor Zapata, para los cuales necesitará ese dinero?
Pues en lo que lo ocupo es allá en Juárez con mis hijas y la mantención mía.
Well, what I use it for is for my daughters over in Juarez and to provide for myself.
I think he said manutención. I think he said child support. Sorry. Did you, Mr. Zapata, did you say manutención or to support yourself?
Señor Zapata, ¿dijo manutención o para mantenerse a sí mismo?
Para mantenerme a mí mismo y para mantener a mis hijas.
to provide for myself and to provide for my daughters.
Thank you.
Gracias.
So I'm gonna reduce his bond from $15,000 to $3,000.
Voy a reducir su fianza de
Wow.
15,000 a 3,000.
Mr. Zapata, do you have access to that money?
Señor Zapata, ¿usted tiene acceso a ese dinero?
Ah, sí lo tengo.
I do have it.
Me lo pueden prestar.
¿Me lo repite, señor? No lo escuché. ¿Me lo qué?
Eso me lo pueden prestar con la muchacha que ando y ya se lo pago yo.
Perdón, señor, no le estoy entendiendo. ¿Puede hablar un poquito más claro?
Es que el dinero lo tengo en Juárez, pero mi novia me puede conseguir el dinero aquí y ya yo se lo pago a ella.
Just my girlfriend is the one who has the money in Juarez, but she can find a way to get it to me over here, and then I can pay it.
Thank you, sir. Good luck.
Donnie
Gracias,
said
señor.
hi,
Buena suerte.
everybody. Donnie says hi.
And I think that was all for our Spanish speakers, Mr. Portugal. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a good day.
Give Donnie a treat?
Thank
Should I give
you.
Donnie and Panda a
you.
treat?
Okay, Escort. Tell me again this gentleman's name.
This is Mr. Zarzosa, Joseph, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you so much. Mr. Zarzosa is booked on possession of controlled substance 1 or 1B over 4 but less than 200 grams. That bond's 20,000, and then possession of controlled substance PG1 or 1B over 4 less than 220,000 as well. He'll be represented by the public defender's office at the trial court level. Based off of his pretrial risk assessment, he's a level 4 risk. Ms. Guevara, whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Judge. Your Honor, Mr. Sosa was at municipal court this morning. May I proceed by question and answer?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. Mr. Sosa, good morning. My name is Maya. I'm an attorney from the Public Defender's Office. Normally, I would have interviewed you this morning, but since I wasn't able to, the judge is giving me permission to ask you a few questions so that she can determine whether to grant our request for a PR bond, okay?
Okay.
Along with information that she'll receive from the prosecutor. Mr. Sosa, if you're released from jail, where would you live?
With my grandmother and my father
What's the address? And how long have you lived in El Paso?
all my life.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the highest grade of school that you finished?
GED.
And did you do any college or trade school after that?
Western Tech, I did combination welding.
Do you work, Mr. Sosa?
At this moment.
I'm sorry?
Not at this moment, no, I don't.
Okay. What about, what family do you have here in El Paso, or what ties do you have to El Paso?
I have all my family here, my dad's side with my grandmother, my aunts, my uncles, and my mom's side as well.
Okay. If you know, do you have any diagnosis like anxiety, depression, PTSD, anything like that?
I do have anxiety when I come in. I get a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression.
Do you feel like you need any mental health or substance abuse services?
I've already talked to EHN about that.
Okay. And do you have any money to bond out?
At this moment, I just have $40 to my name.
How much?
$40. I don't know if they already took it from here because I know my balance was negatives before I left here. I don't know if they took away the $40, but that's all I had.
And do you have a phone number that you, Sosa? Your Honor, based on the information provided, we're respectfully requesting a PR bond or any relief the court might find fitting at this time. Thank you, Judge.
Did he say he's certified or licensed as a welder?
Yes, that's what he said.
All right, Mr. Chevrier.
Yes, Judge. I have an affidavit from just the other day, and it says both of these are together. Essentially, there was some type of a hotel manager had called 911 in reference to some type of burglary, and the officers show up. They end up kind of searching the area. They end up finding this gentleman and a lady there, and end up checking their IDs, and come to find out that this gentleman has a traffic warrant. So they proceed to book him on the traffic warrant, and they also, as they're stopping him, I guess, he ends up attempting to discard a baggie from his pelvis area, is what the report states, and they recognize the baggie to be a controlled substance. And anyway, long story short, he had about 10 grams of methamphetamine and about 4.9 grams of fentanyl in his possession. I don't see any other pending cases. At this time, Judge, the state would leave it in the discretion of the court as to how to handle these matters.
All right, sir, I'm gonna place you on a standard level supervision PR bond for both offenses with the following conditions. While you're out on bond, commit no new offenses, provide and maintain contact info, report as instructed. You also need to get a job. You need to register with the Texas Workforce Commission within 2 weeks of your release, or if you find some job with your welding certification, which is actually a pretty good thing to have as far as employment is concerned, you need to provide proof to the PR bond office. Do you understand?
No.
Ms. Martinez, you have questions for him?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Mr. Zarzosa, do you have an email address?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, ma'am, we're going to relocate to the next floor.
Yes, sir. If anybody needs a break, go ahead.
Ma'am, this is Ms. Gutierrez.
Thank you. And Calvin, still unassigned?
Yes, Judge.
So, Ms. Gutierrez, I am going to release you on 2 standard level supervision PR bonds for these 2 cases. That means that you don't have to pay any money to get out, but you do have to abide by some conditions. While you're out on bond, commit no new offenses, provide and maintain your current contact info, and report as instructed. Do you agree to do those things?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Martinez, questions?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Ms. Gutierrez, are you going to be residing in?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have an email address, ma'am?
No, I don't.
Do you have a phone number for a friend or relative where we could call you to leave messages? And whose number is that, ma'am?
That's my mother's.
And what's her name, please?
Adriana Armendariz.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Good luck.
Thank you.
Judge, who was that? I'm sorry.
Jaira Gutierrez, the 2017.
Thank you, Judge.
Oh, look at that hair.
Good morning, ma'am. What is your name?
Rachel Hauser.
That's some bedhead.
Okay. Ms. Hauser is currently booked on aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Her bond for that case is $5,000. At the trial court level, she'll be represented by the public defender's office. And based off of her pretrial risk assessment, she's a level 4 risk. She does have a pending. Well, I see 2 misdemeanor cause numbers. One of them is labeled as a felony, though. Very weird.
Ma'am, I was in the house the whole time this happened.
I'm not asking you any questions, okay? One of them is listed, it's an OCO, but it's listed as a POCS. I don't understand. And then criminal mischief also is pending. She appears to be on PR for those cases. Ms. Martinez, can you tell us how she's been doing on PR?
Judge, so she was placed on PR bond under intensive supervision December 9th of 2022 for the possession of the controlled substance and for the criminal mischief. The criminal mischief was already filed into County Criminal Court 1. She only reported on December 12th, Judge, and we have not been able to get a hold of her since. We've been leaving messages with her recovery coach. But other than that, we have not had any more contact with her since December 12th. I'm sorry, December 15th.
All right.
Do you see this? Her Maya Quevedo, her public defender, is like, shut up, chata. You know chata, f up, right? Oh my gosh.
Ms. Quevedo,
Judge, I believe that she's indicating that she's been leaving messages.
Yes,
But-
ma'am.
Oh,
And
Ms. Martinez, she been
Also,
leaving-
Di Partida has been my counselor there, is also keeping track of it and helping me as well. Her name is Miss Regina.
Okay. Ms. Martinez, she says she's been leaving messages.
I don't have any notes about that, Judge. I see that we've left messages with Regina Ibarra at the phone number. She's her recovery coach, letting her know about her Takumi appointment.
I already did that as well. They told me I didn't have to report there.
So I did, let me see real quick, Judge.
I know that they make the notes when they report over phone and leave a message.
Mhm.
Ms. Quevedo,
So she-
whenever you're ready. What were you gonna say, Ms. Martinez? I'm sorry.
Yes, so she didn't make it to the appointment on the 10th of January, but they have her rescheduled with Takumi for February 10th at 9.
Okay. Ms. Quevedo?
Thank you, Judge. Your Honor, Ms. Hauser is asking for reentry. She indicated that she's being helped with rapid rehousing, and that she had just secured that. She's been in El Paso for about 2 years. She graduated from high school in 2007 in Ohio. She indicated that she originally came to El Paso because her ex-husband was military. And for work, she does whatever odd job she is able to find. She does suffer from anxiety, depression, PTSD. And then, as she indicated to the court, she received services from Punto de Partida, and then is also working on the Takumi. She has, let me see. Well, other than through her recovery coach, she doesn't have a phone where she can be reached, but she.
It just got left behind in the car when they took me.
She is respectfully requesting to be released on PR as she has no money to post. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Sharpie.
Yes, Judge. I'm showing here an affidavit from just the other day in the which basically how it all started was and I don't know who this gentleman is that she was living with. It sounded like there were several people living at this one house, and the owner of the home realized that he came home from work or something, and he realized that his safe had been busted into, his gun safe, and approximately 4 rifles were missing from the gun safe. And so he understandably kind of freaked out, trying to figure out who stole his weapons, and ends up finding them in the vehicle of the defendant who was living there at the time. I'm assuming she's probably not welcome back there, is my assumption. And anyway, she ends up pulling out a 18-inch wrench and threatening to swing it at the victim, the girlfriend of the homeowner, and says that she had kind of half swung. There wasn't any, bodily injury, Judge, but she had threatened to swing it. She was kind of half swinging it, according to the victim.
Drugs are bad.
And this is all kind of when she got confronted about, hey, why are these rifles in the back of your car, kind of thing. And so, the state is concerned, Judge. I also see a very extensive criminal history from lots of different states, and I get the sense that there's a substance issue, as far as I can tell. And at this time, the state's position is that the bond is reasonably set.
Are you watching? I mean, the defendant. Wow. I mean, she's like.
Is this a typo on the pretrial service report? So for the POCS,
Sorry, I thought I hit pause. Look at this. She's like giving dirty looks. She's saying like "F you," BS. Not things you want to say when you're sitting there in court like that. How many times has her public defender said "shh"? Right?
Is it indicted as an ODO?
I have, if you're talking about the state jail, Judge, I'm showing it's unfiled.
How weird. Well, it's just odd because there's 2 misdemeanor cause numbers, and I'm wondering if one of them is.
I do have a misdemeanor that's filed, ending in 4061, 2022 OCO.
Is that the criminal mischief?
I'm sorry, what was that, Judge?
Is that the criminal mischief?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm gonna leave the bond where it's at, ma'am. I believe that it is set appropriately based off of the nature and circumstance of the offense and the future safety of the community. So your attorneys will meet with you to let you know what to expect from here on out, ma'am. Thank you.
I think they muted her so she couldn't say anything else.
Good morning, ma'am. What is your name?
Crystal Ledden. Good morning.
Crystal Ledden, is that what you said?
Yes, ma'am.
So this young lady is booked on 2 PR revels. One of them is for possession of controlled substance. The other one is for unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. The controlled substance case is now set at 3,000 and the UMV is 5,000. She'll be represented by Mr. Ed Solis at the trial court level. She does have one case that is pending and it appears to be indicted already. It's a theft of property. I don't have on here that she is on PR for that case. Ms. Martinez, did we revoke PR because of a new arrest or any other reason?
Judge, she was revoked for the rearrest that she had from September 15th of 2022, a theft of property, a possession of controlled substance and a theft of property from September 8th of 2022. She was under PR, under administrative for both cases since March of 2022.
And she did post surety bonds on those two, Judge.
Okay. Is there surety bond amounts that she can post on these two?
Not this time, Judge.
Okay. All right. Tell me a little bit about her circumstances.
Okay, Judge, thank you. She indicated, Judge, that if released, she would live at 11656 Clear Lake with her mother and children. She also indicated that she just got housing. And she's hoping that she didn't lose that. She has lived in El Paso most of her life. She's a U.S. citizen. She graduated from Hanks High School in 2001. She has 4 children, 2 of whom are minors and live with her, well, with her and her mother. She is asking for Takumi, Judge, in the event she is released. She has phone number, the theft and the possession. So she is respectfully requesting PR bonds on these cases. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Chevrier?
I'm just looking at the jailings tab. I see a controlled substance case, 1 to 4 grams, and a UUMV from about a year ago. Miss Martinez, do we have her on PR for that? Do you know?
She was on PR. The PR got revoked. She was on administrative supervision. She went through the whole spiel at the beginning.
I'm sorry, I must have missed. So
She was on admin, and then when she got rearrested, these got revoked, but she posted a surety bond on the rearrest.
okay.
She was on admin, meaning she wouldn't have had really any reporting or anything.
Okay. I guess, Judge, I'm just a little concerned due to the amount of cases that, well, I guess really these 2 different sets of cases. At this time, the state would leave in the discretion of the court as to how to handle the issue of noncompliance.
Okay, so ma'am, I'm gonna place you on 2 standard level supervision PR bonds. While you're out on bond, commit no new offenses, provide and maintain your contact info, report as instructed. Administrative supervision is really only if you're having hearings. Do you have to report? Standard level supervision is a little bit different. So
Sorry, Donnie wants a treat and he keeps whining. Sorry about that, guys.
you need to make sure and report as instructed. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Martinez, question? Oh, and also I'm gonna have you screen through a program called Takumi, okay?
Thank you.
Ms. Martinez, go ahead.
Yes, Judge, thank you. Ms. Ludden, do you have an email address? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lund. Just have a seat over there. Your Honor, I have Miss Garcia Ernestine here. She's on your 11 o'clock schedule.
Oh, thank you.
You want to talk to her now or later?
Yes, sir, please. Ms. Garcia, you've got a warrant out of the state of New Mexico, and it's my understanding that you did not want an attorney to represent you for the purposes of today's hearing. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes? All right. So are you going to want to go through the formal extradition process, or are you going to waive that process?
How does that work? I just want to get home.
So
I'm
the judge
pregnant,
who,
baby at home.
let me explain a couple things to you. So when you originally came in, the judge explained to you that there's two ways of going back to the state of New Mexico. One is a little bit more lengthy. That's where you go through that formal process where they have to demonstrate that it is you that they want and that you've committed a crime and are a fugitive. If all of that turns out to be true, we then issue a warrant ordering your return back. That could take up to 90 days. Or you waive your right to that process where you say, yes, I am the person who is wanted out of New Mexico. You're not admitting any guilt to the offense. You're just saying, yes, that is me. I'm not going to fight my extradition. And then we give them 20 days to come and pick you up. And if they do not come to pick you up on day 21, we'll release you. So of the two things, what is it that you want to do? Go through that formal process, or do you want to waive the formal process so that we give them 20 days to come get you?
Do they usually come for you right away?
Every state is different. Every circumstance is different. What I always tell people is expect to be sitting here for the 20 days. That way, if they come to get you sooner, that's better. If they don't, you are already mentally prepared to sit here for 20 days.
And then, yeah, it's me, I guess. I'm just gonna say it's me. I'll sit here, I guess, the 20 days. I don't know. I don't know how to get there faster.
Okay, it doesn't sound to me like you're making an informed decision. You're saying that you guess that it is.
I don't know how to get a hold of anybody in here. I don't know how to get a hold of a public defender. I don't know any.
You want us to appoint an attorney to represent you?
Yes.
Okay, so let's do that. I'm gonna appoint somebody to represent you, and I'm gonna bring you back on Thursday the 9th at 11 o'clock.
Let's just.
I'm gonna do that, ma'am, because I'm not comfortable at this point accepting your waiver. I do want an attorney to come and speak to you. So I'm gonna reset you for the 9th at 11. Somebody will probably come to talk to you today. After they talk to you, we'll have another hearing, and then you'll make a more informed decision at that time, okay? Thank you.
I think I'm just gonna make a decision by saying that it is me.
Okay, I'm gonna have an attorney meet with you though, because the judge who saw you during your magistration process already went over these things with you, and I don't feel like you've got an understanding of what's going on.
Because I don't know how to get a hold of anybody, like.
I know, that's why I'm gonna appoint somebody to come talk to you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We're gonna relocate.
Yes, sir, thank you so much. Miss Martinez, tell me about Mr. Gill and what's happened, I guess, since the last time that he was released.
Picking his nose on court camera.
Oh! Very carefully, Judge. Too.
Sorry, Judge, may I have a second, please?
She was laughing because she saw him pick his nose.
Yes.
He does have his arraignment on his ODO case on the 10th in the 171st. And this, well, at least from what I saw, it's the theft from the 20th of December that triggered the violation.
I apologize. I wasn't able to call the orientation. I had left.
A message?
I had left the rescue mission, but I did register. I came back the next day and they said I couldn't register for 30 days.
Did you stay, how long did you stay there?
About a couple of hours, but I left because I had a friend that offered me a job.
Okay.
And I came back the next day, and the manager, the skinny guy there, told me that I wasn't able to come back for the next 30 days.
Okay.
I did go back to the OC, and they had said that they had put
Did they let you go to the OC though? I thought that there was I thought that you could not go there.
I did go to the OC, and they put a restraining order out on me.
Yeah.
That was kind of weird.
All right.
But I've been beat up out on the street.
So Ms. Martinez, I remember when I know that we already talked about how he couldn't go to the OC, and that's why we worked out, I guess, the rescue mission.
I'm not sure if the rescue mission was telling the truth or not. I'm not sure because I didn't.
All right. Well, let us talk a little bit about what we're gonna try and do here with you, okay?
Yeah, I had a job offering already.
All right. Let us talk for a minute, okay? All right. So Ms. Martinez, when he was released the last time, it was to the rescue mission. Did you have any other
Yes.
So this.
Oh, they cut the video off. I was trying to get it done. Darn it. Sorry, guys. I don't know what else to do. I guess I got to, it's hard to do these videos for you because the minute that the court's done, they turn them off. And it's, you got to try and pick one, and it's really hard. So I'm trying. Sorry about that. I don't know what they're going to do. It sounds like the gentleman's not in very good shape. But we hope the best for him, right? All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Sorry you didn't get to see it all. Darn it.